Good evening, good people. This is RustyMoney here on PlayStation Network and RustyMoney Gaming on YouTube. We are here on No Man's Land live on Grandpa's farm. This farm here I recreated with mods from the Mod Hub to symbolize my grandpa's farm that was located back home in Calhoun County, Iowa. So I have taken mods from the Mod Hub and placed them in the approximate location they would have been seen if you're standing on the farm in Calhoun County, Iowa. Welcome JR's video here on PlayStation Network and Rusty Money Gaming on YouTube. We are here on my creation of my grandpa's farm that was located in Calhoun County, Iowa, here on No Man's Land. So we're going to go ahead and get some work done here on what I have created here as my grandpa's farm that was back in Calhoun County, Iowa. There, southwest of Fort Dodge, Iowa, about an hour or so. So welcome, my friends. We're going to get some work done here on Grandpa's farm. Welcome, Ronnie Johansson. How are you doing tonight, my friend? And welcome again, JR's Video Games. I appreciate you both stopping in the stream here and appreciate your support to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some field work done here. We got to finish cultivating up this field right here. And we've got to finish up taking care of our potato field right here. So let's hop right to it, y'all. So this is a small farm. I shouldn't say a small farm, but here on Grandpa's farm we're using small equipment. We're starting with equipment that my grandpa started with when he started farming back home in Calhoun County, Iowa. They're southwest of Fort Dodge, Iowa, about an hour or so. My grandpa passed away from lung cancer when I was in junior high. I'm in my mid-40s now, so it was quite a while ago. But growing up as a farmer, my grandpa started with an Oliver Hart-Par tractor and a John Deere B and a Farmall and an H. So we have some tractors that symbolize Grandpa's first tractors when he started farming, because I can't get the exact tractors from the Mod Hub because I'm on console. But we have a tractor that'll symbolize Grandpa's John Deere B. We have a tractor that symbolizes Grandpa's M and H. And we have a tractor that symbolizes Grandpa's Oliver Hart-Par that he started with. And then we just bought a new tractor here on Grandpa's farm. I believe at the end, near the end of the last stream, or the beginning of the last stream here on Grandpa's farm. You should try playing on PC. It's more fun, more mods. JR, I know, my friend, I know, but when I started this, I still was focusing on console. But I actually would like to recreate Grandpa's farm on PC, so we could use better mods to symbolize Grandpa's farm. But this is what I did here on console, and I'm pretty pleased with the way this all turned out and what I've done here so far. So, yeah, I think we're getting there. We're getting it. So we're just going to stream here for a little while on Grandpa's farm. I decided we'd do Grandpa's farm because we haven't done Grandpa's farm here for a little while. So I do Grandpa's farm instead of a challenge. So we gotta cultivate, almost done cultivating this field here. We gotta get our potato field reseeded. And we got some other field work to do here on Grandpa's farm. Appreciate everyone that was viewing my live premiere video earlier. PS5 is just fine for me, right, Ronnie? Yeah, if I had one, I'd be playing on the PS5, but I don't have one yet, so. And otherwise, I'd have one. We would have one here on Grandpa's farm. Alright, so I gotta check. I don't want to get too far away. I got a new field. Yeah, a new field right here. Alright, so we gotta see what we all got going on here. Alright. We need to plow up that field there, which will probably get a worker to plow that up. That kind of looks like might be some taters still in there. No more PC from me, says Ronnie. Alright. Let's take this tractor up here. And we will look for our plow. What did we plant in this field? What did I put in this field? Ooh, sugar beets. Are you kidding me? I put sugar beets in that field? Forgot about that. That's how long I haven't been on here. Excuse me. We got sugar beets on that field. Oh no. Sugar beets. Yeah, 'cause we got the sugar beet equipment right there. So yeah, we got sugar beets. Alright, we gotta plow up our potato field. So let's get our plow moved over there. Move our seeder out of the way here first. And I think we need to shut something off here in my settings. See if that will help me out here. There we go. Move that right there. Let's get our big plow. We're going to move this over here to that field. And we got to get our fertilizer. So I don't think that this has been fertilized yet. Yeah, we got there. Let's move this tractor. Let's take this tractor for a second. Go put it over here by our silage bunker, because we gotta start hauling some more silage too eventually. So we'll just put this right here for now. And I'll move our pickup and tipper out of the way. We don't need that over here no more. I saw a post on Facebook before I went live. Well, to back that up, I saw a post this morning from DJ Goham saying that there was no mods today, of course, because Giants had a holiday. But then I just saw a post tonight that somebody said there's no mods until Monday. So it'll be interesting to see Unless somebody else has already heard that, but Mr. T-Bone, how are you, my friend? We're here on Grandpa's farm tonight for a little while. So we're just getting some work done here on Grandpa's farm. Put this tractor in the shed. Let's take the old John Deere B and fertilize that field with the John Deere B. So we gotta go fertilize that field quick. So I'm kind of hoping that there's mods tomorrow, but maybe there won't be till Monday. Alright, we gotta fill this up just a little bit more. I'm good, but tired. Spring cleaning. Ha, I need to get some of that done myself, Mr. T-Bone. And I've been procrastinating, my friend. I have. So, Grandpa's farm too might be changing a little bit, everyone. Couple of different mods might change here. One of which might be this cattle barn. This cattle barn might change to a different cattle barn. So I can make some more room in my mod hub. Besides, this cow barn is not working the way I want it to. It doesn't let you pick up the stuff in front of this cow barn very well. So we might be switching this cow barn out. That's one thing that I might be doing here eventually. We gotta get this fertilized. We'll see how well a worker will do on this, fertilizing that field there for us. Ooh, we're gonna have to move that equipment. Let's drop this plow here. Marty Cantrell. Welcome, my friend. Alright, let's drop our plow right there. We gotta go move this equipment so that tractor has room to turn around. Afraid that's gonna be in his way a little bit. So let's move this here. Okay, Rusty, you have a good night. Alright, Ronnie, well, we'll see you later. Ronnie, I left you a like and a comment on your stream today that I missed. But I checked out your stream, my friend. Too. I'm hiding my moonshine. Marty is here. Welcome everyone to Grandpa's Farm here, live on No Man's Land by Alien Jim. We're gonna get this stuff out of the way. I don't want that worker to stop working, so I'm gonna put this over here. Because I know what all this symbolizes right here. Not everybody probably remembers what all this symbolizes, but I'll go over what this is right here. For those, you're welcome, Ronnie. You are welcome, my friend. But those that are new watching, I'll discuss with you what this painting here in the grass is all about. It's just how I wanted to do it. It's kind of not the best way to do it, but I just want to play around. That's what we're doing, just playing around, having fun. Okay, so what I did here, everyone, is for those that don't know, this field right here that worker is fertilizing was a potato field, and it's going to remain a potato field yet. But it's a small little potato field that my first potato harvest and seed, I used that little potato planter, and then I used that potato harvester. And I got 44,158 liters off that field. Now, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to use a different planter, but we're going to use the same harvester. And we're just going to see if the numbers are close. Just to play around, just see what the numbers are going to be. But that's what's going to happen here on Grandpa's farm, and that's why I painted it, so I remembered what it was. So we'll see if there's going to be any kind of difference. I found it and I drank it. Hope Rusty does not pull me over. Ah, Rusty can't pull you over. Rusty's got a little Miller time himself, so you do as you wish, my friends. A little Miller time myself. Matter of fact, I gotta have a drink. Ah, that's good. Anyway. That's awesome, Rusty. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, I know there's a lot of young people that watch Rusty Money, but, we all have our interests, our things that we don't like, and stuff like that. I am in my mid-40s and married, got 4 kids, been in law enforcement for 21 years. And when I'm off duty, I like to have a little beverage, an adult beverage, occasionally. So that's what I'm doing right now. And one of my favorite adult beverages is just beer. I like hard liquor too, but beer's my favorite. Otherwise, I like cherry Dr. Pepper, if we're talking non-alcoholic. Cherry Dr. Pepper is one of my favorite things. Alright, how are you doing, Rusty? I'm doing great, my friend. We're here farming on Grandpa's farm, so I'm doing great. Wow, this little old tractor can pull this so 6M with no problem. Flying across this field. Plowing up this old potato field we are. Alright, so So no Dr. Pepper tonight, Rusty. No, I got what I first started drinking when I was a youngin'. When I first started drinking when I was youngin' is what I'm drinking right now. Supporting my old NASCAR driver that's retired, but some good old Miller Lite. Yeah, this old plow's got a little weight to the back end of this tractor, so the tractor's a little squirrely. My worker quit. I'm good. Could be better if I had my buttons. Right, funny bone? Not Marty Cantrell. Jiminy Christmas, he's fast on the go. Only 5 likes. Come on, y'all. Can we do better? There hasn't been very many people here yet, Marty. Maybe I should have streamed a challenge instead, but I thought I'd do Grandpa's farm. It's been a few weeks since we done Grandpa's farm. Because there's more to No Man's Land than my creation here. There's a lot of terraforming on this map that I've done here. We've got more than just Grandpa's farm right here. Just kind of waiting for more people to show up so we can show everybody what Grandpa's farm map here on No Man's Land actually looks like. Oops, okay, I was thinking about your stream the other day. I was talking about your stream the other day. Oh, cool, Marty. Cool. We've had some new people come in and check out Rusty Money Gaming lately, so that's a good thing. So I appreciate everybody's kind words and support that they've been giving Rusty Money here. There's been a few of you doing some videos and some shout outs, and I appreciate that. You may not have had a few Mr. T-Bone drinks. Matt, welcome, my friend. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to Rusty's Barnhouse Chat here, live on Grandpa's farm here on No Man's Land. Appreciate you coming in the stream, Matt. Just getting where you drank more Dr. Pepper than the law allows. Doing well, just got off work. I love your streams. Alright, thanks, Matt, my friend. Thank you. Alright, we just got to finish putting some fertilizer on that field there. I'm going to switch out this we've been slowly upgrading our equipment here on Grandpa's farm. So we have been trying to get some new equipment, some little bit bigger equipment. But I wanted to start all this small. We did just recently get a bigger tractor here on Grandpa's farm, just a little bit bigger. We're going to get another bigger tractor here on Grandpa's farm, hopefully soon. But we do got even a bigger one now on Grandpa's farm, which that's the one we should have been using to plow that field. Why ain't I using that tractor? That's what we should be doing. We should go get that one and plow the field here instead of our Case IH there. Oh, we got to put this back in the shed over here. Not bad. Happy to see you. Can't wait for you next plowage stream. Thanks, Marty. You might be talking to Matt. Sorry. Alright, let's go put this back in the over here by the shed. We're actually going to grab that other tractor, I think. Totally forgot that we had that tractor. I even drove it over here and put it in the shed. And then I just realized that that's the new big tractor here on Grandpa's farm. Is this one I just put in the shed. The old Massey Ferguson 390T. So now let's go plow that field. Way more horsepower here than this other one over here. So let's disconnect this little old feller. We'll just park him out of the way for now here on Grandpa's farm. We'll use the old 390T here. It's got double the horsepower of that little IH. Rusty Money Gaming. My No Man's Land map is over. Oh yeah, I know, Marty. What you're doing on No Man's Land is crazy. But that's not Marty Cantrell for you, y'all. Doing something crazy on No Man's Land. But Marty took No Man's Land and plowed the entire map up after he got rid of the rocks, got rid of the trees, and leveled the ground. He plowed the entire map and planted a field, and one big field. Silver Eagle, my friend, how are you? Thank you for coming in to Grandpa's farm, my friend. Here on No Man's Land. So we're just plowing out what was my potato field here. Plowing out the old potato field. And we'll be putting potatoes back in it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a worker on it to put the potatoes back in the field, I think. Sweetness, alright, she's all plowed up now. Next project, Shanty Boys. Oh my goodness, they got lots of things going on, Marty. You sure you want to hear it all? Nah, just a joke. You need donut seeds, buddy. Oh, I do. Silver Eagle, my friend, if you was on Facebook in my group, you'd have saw I had some donut seeds today. I got a box, a dozen Casey's donuts. Brought it home for the family. But I had some cop batteries this morning. I did. Also, no potatoes. Oh yeah, y'all know Rusty too much. Rusty loves his taters. You know, Brucey called me, good buddy Brucey called me earlier, and he said he was running out of hot beef specials again, so we gotta plan him some more taters for Bruce's diner. He's running out of those old hot beef specials there, so we gotta make sure that we get him some more potatoes. So we go ahead and move our potato planter over there towards the field. I'm doing a Shanty Boys map soon. Ah, cool, Marty. What Shanty Boys map are you gonna do? We gotta check our field here. What else does it need now? We need our second layer of fertilizer back on our field now. So let's get that done quick. We'll just put our planter right there. Let's go ahead and put our second coat of fertilizer on there quick. I did a couple before, just next one will be special. Sweet, Marty. Sweet. Alright, let's put a worker on that to get it started. He's gonna need more fertilizer in that thing, but that'll work for now. Alright, let's get our cultivator and our John Deere bee. Do you live stream, Marty? Alright, gotta get a drink here. Alright, let's get our John Deere bee and go get the cultivator. We're gonna have to cultivate that field before we put our taters in there. Welcome everyone to Grandpa's Farm here, live on No Man's Land. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and watching a little bit of Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube tonight. Decided to do Grandpa's Farm. I haven't done Grandpa's Farm for a few weeks, I think, probably. So we gotta do Grandpa's Farm so we can show some of these new people to Rusty Money Gaming what Grandpa's Farm looks like and what the rest of the map looks like. So give me a couple of minutes here and we'll give you a little map tour. So let me know in the comments if you've never seen the map here on No Man's Land of what I have created. So you just put it there in the comments if you haven't seen it. That way I'll know. That'd be great. So we'll get ready and we'll do a tour of Grandpa's farm map here on No Man's Land. Too much moonshine. It is okay, Marty. Oh, our spreader's gonna run out of fertilizer here. Grandpa's farm. Let's cancel that worker for a second. Let's go fill this back up. Do you have to work this weekend, Rusty? I do have to work this weekend, Matt. I do. It's my weekend to work. Yep, so next weekend I'm off. And for some reason, what is next weekend? Some reason it feels like next weekend there's something going on. But welcome everyone to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. We're live on my creation of Grandpa's farm here on No Man's Land. What I have done is I've used mods from the mod hub and recreated my Grandpa's farm that was located back in Calhoun County, Iowa, which Calhoun County, Iowa is southwest of Fort Dodge, Webster County, Iowa. So if that helps you geographical memory to kind of give you an idea about where it's at. Okay, so Grandpa's farm here, everyone. Here's a little farm tour real quick. This is Grandpa's farm right now. Matt and Mr. T-Bone 39. I downloaded Streamlabs, but really who would watch me? I could do a drunken stream. So this is what Grandpa's farm's looking like right now. But for those who haven't seen Grandpa's farm, the rest of the map here, we've got another field right there. And we've got a new field over here across the road. But there in Calhoun County, Iowa flows the Raccoon River. So this is the Raccoon River right here coming by Grandpa's farm. It comes all the way down from the pond up there on plot 26. But if we go this direction, we'll go towards the bakery and the dairy selling stations right here. And across from that is my recreation of what appears to be the farmyard of Upper Lake Farms by Silver Eagle. They're of the Shanty Boys. But here is my resemblance of kind of a Upper Lake Farm area that I used in a live stream for a shenanigans stream with Bruce's Gaming against the Shaming Man Games and the Shanty Boys. But this here creation of my design of Upper Lake Farm right here, and Upper Lake Farm area right here transitions into St. Croix Flowage right here by Matt of the Shanty Boys. But here's a road that travels across the lakes and St. Croix Flowage. And then as we transition from St. Croix Flowage, we go into the forest, which means, everyone, we got Mr. T-Bone hiding in his dark forest. But we've got dark forest as we come up here to the end of St. Croix Flowage. We transition into the dark forest there, created by Mr. T-Bone of the Shanty Boys. And we go past Mr. T-Bone's cabin house there on dark forest. And we go up the high side of the dark forest map here on No Man's Land, and we exit into what I call Sly Hill Homestead. This is just a small resemblance of how Sly Hill Homestead started. Sly Hill Homestead was a survival challenge created by one of my admins of my Facebook group. His name is Gary Vetter. But this is what the Sly Hill Homestead kind of started out as right here. It looks a lot different now, but this is just to show you all what the Sly Hill Homestead kind of started out as after I got all the trees cut and where the fields were and where the animals would have been located at the start of the challenge, or towards the beginning of the challenge, I should say. So then we leave the Sly Hill Homestead and we go down here to my Windmill sell point. Bruce's Gaming, how are you, my friend? Welcome here to RustyMoney Gaming on YouTube. But here we got the Windmill sell point area, everyone. This is how I designed my Windmill sell point area. The only thing I had to do here was level out the ground right here to put the Windmill sell point selling station mod right there. But there's my Windmill selling point area. And then we got old Shaming Man Games when he was starting his Creative Dream series on Upper Lake Farm. This is the Shaming Man Games' residence right here. And then as we go back across the map towards plot 26, we have my industrial power station sell point with the selling station mod, which was the first selling point that I had to place in the Sly Hill Homestead Challenge. Thank you. So here is a recreation again of the industrial power station area with the selling station mod. That is not updated, but that is the selling station mod. I have not put the update on the selling station mod with that barn attached to the selling station because I don't like it. But that's where that is. And then we leave the industrial power station and we go down the road here towards the store. All right, Silver Eagle, we'll see you later, my friend. Good night, my friend. Thank you. And we go past the garden center. So here is my garden center sell point area. Still, some of this needs decorated. Thank you, Silver Eagle. We go back across the Raccoon River here, and we go to my good friend Bruce's Diner. Bruce's Diner is right here, everyone. This was a part of the shenanigans stream with Bruce's Gaming and the Shaming Man Games a couple of months ago. But that was a part of that stream. And then right here, everyone, we got my good YouTube friend in Farming Simulator, who you all probably know and have been in a lot of his live streams. But that good friend of mine, y'all, is Farmer Cop. This is Farmer Cop's campsite area with his family. Fishing here on No Man's Land on Grandpa's Farm's map here on No Man's Land. But this is Farmer Cop's campsite area. This is where Bruce's Gaming and myself got our intel from Farmer Cop against the Shanty Boys and the Shaming Man in our last one of our last shenanigans streams. But then we venture down away from Farmer Cop and Bruce's Diner and the Garden Center, and we go by Missy B's Slurry Yard right here. I got Missy B's Slurry Yard right there. And I got a sawmill right here. So nothing too special right around here. And then we got a root crop selling station over here where we can sell some root crops. And then as we fly like the bird, we go over here to the community where I grew up until I was about 6 years old. But this is where I was born. This is a resemblance of that community, just a small resemblance. Because I actually have a pretty decent slot count on here already, but that's because of all these mods I have over here on Grandpa's farm. But our slot count already it's not real high, but it's higher than I'd like it to be. But we're at 906 at 1299 already with what we all have here, so it's a pretty high slot count already. But I think I'm going to change the look of Grandpa's farm just a little bit. We're going to get rid of that cow barn that we're using. We're going to use a different one. It's going to help me save on some slots. And this cow barn, it doesn't clean up very well on the front side of the cow barn. It doesn't let you pick up all of the mess. So we're probably going to switch that out with a different one. And I think I'm just going to go with one from the No Man's Land map by Alien Jim. But it'll have kind of the same feel anyway. One question, if I start streaming, how long until Shanty Boys raid me? 5 minutes from you go live? Marty? 5 minutes from when you go live? The Shanty Boys are huge supporters of everyone on YouTube, everyone. Everyone, especially people that play their maps. But the Shanty Boys are very supportive of the farming simulator community. Very, very supportive. I'm already in the bushes waiting, Marty. There you go, Marty. You couldn't ask for nothing better there. Mr. T-Bone's already hiding in the bushes of your creation on No Man's Land. If you go live or wherever you go live, he's in the bushes somewhere. He's watching. He's watching to see if there's going to be any Case IH tractors or Ford tractors or Massey Fergusons that he can come take from you, my friend. Just be careful where you put things, Marty, because you don't want them coming onto your farm with a tank and blowing things up. Brennan Gaming, I am Monkey Marty on Discord. Ah, yeah, Brennan Gaming. Marty Cantrell sent you a message on Discord, and on Discord he's called Monkey Marty. Or burning them down. Yeah, right, Bruce? Yeah, burning them down. That's right. Yeah. He'll... Raids. The Mr. T-Bone bushes for the booze. We got just a little bit left here to fertilize this. And we can finish cultivating it. I up in the tree. You're up in the tree, Bruce? No Man's Land currently 1,000 acres. So the one thing that's neat about Grandpa's farm, y'all, especially the ones that might be new yet watching, but the one thing neat about my grandpa's farm that was back home in Calhoun County, Iowa, is my grandpa had a still on that farm, and my grandpa took corn cobs off of the fields from harvest, took corn cobs, put them in a still, and produced ethanol right there on the family farm there, and then put that ethanol in the tractors and was operating the tractors with ethanol, and was the very first farmer in the state of Iowa to produce the first legal quart size of ethanol. That's on display in a museum in Iowa. And few weeks ago I posted a picture of a front cover of an old magazine of March of 1981, I believe, of an old Farm Energy magazine. I put it into several farming simulator Facebook groups and shared it. But as a picture of the front magazine of a magazine that a publicator wrote a article about my grandpa, my father, and my uncle back home on the farm producing ethanol. Okay, now we can finish cultivating that field. And where is the cultivator at? Oh, here it is. Let's put a worker on this. And then we'll get our other tractor. Let's get this old Massey here. What do we need for... So let's do this the right way. Rusty Grandpa for runner for ethanol. Forerunner for ethanol. Okay. Let's see. 60... Let's see, 45, and what's that planter take? Can't remember what that's supposed to take. 43, okay, so that's enough to do it. Let's take this off here. Let's just drop this off. Let's just drop this off too. Right there. We'll drop our weight off. And we'll put a worker on planting these taters back in this field so we can go do some more work here on Grandpa's farm. We gotta fill this thing up though. Welcome everyone to Grandpa's Farm here live on No Man's Land by Alien Jim. Welcome you all to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. Just doing some Let's Play live here with everybody here on my creation of my Grandpa's Farm. So some good old stories here on Grandpa's Farm when we were kids. My grandpa had cows and pigs and chickens and sheep. The only thing he didn't have was horses. But when he was younger, he had 2 horses when he was growing up. We're supposed to get between 3 and 5 inches of... Wow, Matt. Hey, Farming Trucker, good morning, everyone. How are you? Having a great day? Yeah, we are. I'm giving everybody a tour of Grandpa's farm, Farming Trucker. So I know you haven't been here, so we'll give you a tour of Grandpa's farm here in just a second. Put a worker on that there, plant these. Oh, are you really going to be that stubborn about this? You are. We're going to have to do this ourselves, aren't we? Aren't we? We're going to have to plant these potatoes by ourselves. Real quick here then, before we get started on that. This is my creation of my grandpa's farm, which was located back in Calhoun County, Iowa. Which Calhoun County, Iowa is southwest of Webster County, where Fort Dodge, Iowa is. But here is my recreation of my grandpa's farm with mods from the Mod Hub on console. I'm on PlayStation. But my grandpa and grandma's house on my dad's side of the family was placed right here. And this actually would be the north-south road right here. And then of course across here would be the west-east road that go past Grandpa and Grandma's home in real life. So across from Grandpa and Grandma's home, my Grandpa and Grandma's home, the front windows faced the east, and out across from it was the cattle yard and the pig pen. And I can't recreate it here with mods from the mod hub because of collisions and just things don't look the same. So this is the best similarity I got. But in real life, where I got my big red circle right now is a big, tall, white American style barn that sits right here about. And on the right hand side, the south side of that white barn was the pigs, and on the north side of that white barn was the cows. And then across from that kind of, so Grandpa and Grandma's house was right here, and to the north of Grandpa and Grandma's house was an open front machine shed that I have right here. And then to the west of that, there wasn't anything there to the west of it, but I have an extra shed here that I used as fictional. But to the north of Grandpa's open machine shed, there was another machine shed actually sitting right here. That was a long, narrow machine shed with double sliding doors. And I need to find a mod to better represent that. I just found that out because my mom saw this. Actually, I showed this to my mom because I couldn't remember what that building was, and in the picture I have, you can only see a corner of it. But I knew to the west of that was a chicken coop, and it was a long, narrow chicken coop. I do remember that. So we have a chicken coop that best resembles that, and my mom said that was a really good choice, the one I used right here. And then, so from Grandpa and Grandma's house to the northeast was an old corn crib. And in that corn crib, of course, they had some of the corn cobs, but behind that, behind the old corn crib was a huge corn cob pile and also a silage bunker. And that corn cobs, the reason we had so many is because my grandpa used corn cobs and heated them up in a still here on the farm and produced ethanol in the tractors on the farm. And so the reason I chose this Russian style silo location here from the mod hub is because it was the best resemblance for what the silo area on the family farm kind of looked like, in my opinion. And I know some of you have seen the picture I shared on Facebook a while back, but actually there's a little white building, office building, that sits kind of, would have sat right here in this corner. And then adjacent to that was the actual opening here of where the dump grate was for the silo. And then corn cobs also work. Right, Marty? Yeah. But there was the actual tall silo, and then there was a tall white building that's kind of hidden in the picture. That was to the northeast of the blue silo in the picture that I shared on Facebook, but a tall white building. And that tall white building, there was a automated feeding system that my grandpa built from scratch. Of course, got parts to build it, but he built an automated feeding system with little shovel buckets that they used to use in old grain elevators. And he created this automated feeding system to feed the cows. And that automated feeding system was on a conveyor belt, and that conveyor belt contraption went all the way to the top of the tall white building. And then it came down the tall white building kind of at an angle like a slide you would see at a playground. And then once it got to the bottom portion of the silo, then it stretched across into the cattle yard. and it fed the cattle bunkers, feed bunkers, automatically. Uh, A farming trucker seems right, Marty, if you was providing a link to your web page. Are you talking to me? I'm sorry, I'm too busy talking here about Grandpa's farm and I'm missing the chat, but somebody can put the link to the Facebook group in there if Bruce is still here. Ah, Sergeant Jordan, my friend. Or SRT Jordan. Not sure if that's supposed to stand for Sergeant or not. I can't remember. But welcome, Jordan, to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube, live on Grandpa's Farm on No Man's Land by Alien Jim. But so that's why I chose this Russian silo mod, was because of the whole concept of the whole ethanol thing that my grandpa produced there on the family farm back in Calhoun County, Iowa. And that would have been back in like 1979 to probably 1978 to about 1982, 83, maybe a little longer than that. But then my grandpa got lung cancer really bad, and my grandpa was like a lot of other people's grandpas that were farming back then in the early 80s, stubborn, didn't think anything was ever wrong, and so my grandpa was a stubborn old guy, and he didn't go to the doctor soon enough and ended up suffering from it pretty bad. Hey, farming trucker, are you wanting the link to the Facebook page for the challenges, or you want the Shanty Boys map creations link? Because I see that they just shared that there too. So I always fill out the description in my live streams after I'm done. I'll put more details in the descriptions after I'm done. But so anyway, that's that there, everyone. That's kind of what that is, the best layout description. So all the fields that surround Grandpa's farm here on No Man's Land are all fictional, because I didn't know what ground they owned. Because some of you have heard and some of you have not heard, I was moved off this farm when I was 6 years old, and it was several years before my brother and I got to go back because there was some hardships in the family. But my mom just recently saw this, and she did tell me that north of the Grandpa's farm, they owned some ground on the north side. So up here, above the cattle, they owned a bunch of ground, and then also south across the road from Grandpa's farm, they did own some ground. So I do kind of have fields in a kind of somewhat proportionate area of where they would have been, but this farm ground that was in Iowa is no longer in the family. It was all sold years and years ago after Grandpa passed away from lung cancer. But it's just something I wanted to do because the story of the ethanol in the Maple family has been a long tradition, always spoken of. So I just wanted to recreate this here on No Man's Land. Was the best map to do this, and to kind of just show everybody that why I get so interested in Farming Simulator now. Because my dad's side of the family farmed, my mom's side of the family farmed, and most of my aunts and uncles farmed too. But all back home in Iowa. Closest donut. Marty wasn't sure if the link he originally posted was right, just letting him know. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, so then some of you that might have just came in anyway. So, across from Grandpa's farm, we leave Grandpa's farm here and we go into what I originally had created this game save. This game save was created for a shenanigans live stream with Bruce's Gaming and the Shanty Boys and the Shaming Man. And so I just added Grandpa's farm build to this game save, but we got the bakery and the dairy sell point there, and then we transition over here into Upper Lake Farm. This is my resemblance of some support there to my good boy, or my good friends the Shanty Boys and Silver Eagle, but this is just a resemblance of Upper Lake Farm, and then we got a resemblance of St. Croix Flowage right here. And then as we exit St. Croix Flowage, we go into the dark forest. And then, Marty, thank you. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated, Marty Kintrell. And then after the dark forest, we go out of here and into the Sly Hill Homestead, which is a survival challenge that I was live streaming on my YouTube channel. But this was kind of what it all started out looking like, kind of. And it came a long ways from what that looks like. But my poop cabin, awesome, right, Mr. T-Bone? Yeah, your poop cabin there in the dark forest. And then you go on down here, and we go to the Windmill sell point area right here. But nothing too fancy. Across from the Windmill sell point area, we got the Shaming Man Games is the residence here on Upper Lake Farm land. Thanks, Marty. And then go across the map here to the Industrial Power Station building. KrispyKremes.com. Oh my God. Matt, that's funny. We leave the selling station area. We go to the garden center. Garden center's right there. We go across the Raccoon River again to Bruce's Diner. And across from Bruce's Diner is my buddy Farmer Cop's campsite and fishing area here on Grandpa's farm here on No Man's Land. And then we go down the road to Missy B Slurry Yard and the sawmill right here. So we got Missy B Slurry Yard and the sawmill. And we got a root crop selling station right here. And then just a little resemblance of the small community that I was born in back home in Iowa. There in Calhoun County, Iowa. But it's just a small little resemblance with some sell points right there. And then back across here is where we got the Grandpa's farm. So Grandpa's farm is right here. But anyway, that's kind of it in a nutshell, everyone. Kind of took a little bit to discuss that, but hope y'all got something out of it if you've never been here before. Bruce's Diner, always accepting free potatoes. That's right, Bruce's Diner is always looking for more potatoes. He needs to make some more hot beef, y'all. Man, we're going to run out of time for planting that potato field. It's a good thing we didn't get much planted. We're going to wait and plant the rest of it next in-game day, I think, now. So it'll be getting dark on us before we get to the end of the planting it. Really thinking about getting me a T-Rex machine off stream and cutting those trees off that rock so we can see over here by this field. Gets kind of dark here. Get rid of those trees up there on that rock side. There's a gigantic rock somewhere. I was born there. I expect any brown egg at that point. Bruce has a taco stand full of Charles broiled tacos. Hello, Charles. You were born where, Marty? Bruce's Gaming Diner loves potatoes. That's right. My diner loves potatoes. So yeah, I was discussing a little bit ago, and I got sidetracked. But so when us kids were growing up on the farm, you know, coming to visit Grandpa and Grandma, or hanging out with our dads, or whatever, Grandpa had, you know, they had cows, pigs, and chickens, and under a rock. Okay, Germany G. Hey folks, what's good? Germany G, thank you for stopping in here to Grandpa's farm here with Rusty Money Gaming, live on No Man's Land by Alien Jim. But this is a creation of my grandpa's farm back home in Calhoun County, Iowa, with mods on the mod hub for console. But I recreated my grandpa's farm that's located back home in Iowa with mods from the mod hub, and we just do a little let's play, and we chat it up, and I tell stories about grandpa's farm, show people everything that I've done here on grandpa's farm map on No Man's Land, because I've done a lot of terraforming on different areas of the map, building Upper Lake Farm and St. Croix Flowage and Dark Forest, all here on No Man's Land. So, Germany G, I don't think you've seen the map. Have you seen Grandpa's farm, Germany G? I think this is the first time you've been here, I think. But can you let me know that there? Hi, Mary, or Marty and all. Marty and... Let's move this out of the way now. Let's just set that there. Let's get to going here, planting some taters. So when we were kids, Grandpa had those cows and the pigs, and there was always this pig that always got out of the pig pen. Sorry, I've got a case of fat thumbs. Rusty Money Gaming, you have made a great map here. Where is the Krispy Kreme? Asking for newcomers. I know where you can find the Krispy Kreme, Marty. That's on a map, but you're gonna have to wait because it's not been sent to Giants yet. But there's gonna be a Krispy Kreme, everyone, there's gonna be a little bit of a hidden gem on a new map that should be coming to Farming Simulator, either FS19 or FS22. But there's a little bit of a hidden gem on a map coming out to Farming Simulator. So I don't want to give it totally away, but there's a little bit of a hidden gem, y'all. A little bit of a hidden gem. I'll just tell you that it was created by Silver Eagle, and it will be coming out to Farming Simulator sometime. I don't know when, but sometime. Hopefully that's true. Hopefully. The other night, Silver Eagle said he was keeping it, so I'm assuming he's still keeping it. But there is a little bit of a hidden gem. Then y'all can have as many as you want. Lethal Farming, good day, Rusty. Back on No Man's Land with Grandpa's Farm, my friend. So okay, because I think Germany G hasn't seen this either. We'll go ahead and just show y'all a little quick picture here, but this is my grandpa's farm creation with mods from the Mod Hub. My grandpa's farm was located back home in Calhoun County, Iowa. Calhoun County, Iowa is about an hour southwest of Fort Dodge, Iowa, there, which is Webster County. But I used mods from the Mod Hub to recreate the placement of buildings and animal pens to resemble my grandpa's farm. I have not seen this farm set up. Alright, Germany G. Well, here is grandpa's farm. My grandpa and grandma's house sat right here, and directly across the farmyard to the east was the cows right here, and then the pigs. And I can't resemble it because of collisions, but there was a tall white American style barn right here. And on the south side was the pigs, and on the north side was the cows. Alright, Marty, we'll see you later, my friend. And then, thanks, Germany G. And then to the north, the grandpa's house was an open front machine shed, and to the north of that was another machine shed. And then to the west of this machine shed was a chicken coop, a long, narrow chicken coop, like that right there. And then this shed here I just put in for extra space. That did not exist. And then from Grandpa and Grandma's house to the northeast was a corn crib. And I put in the hayloft mod right here to resemble the old corn crib. And just to the northeast or east of that was the silo location. I chose the Russian silo mod for a number of reasons. Because on my grandpa's farm, my grandpa took corn cobs, put them in a still, and used corn cobs to develop a tremendous amount of heat and produced ethanol on the family farm, and then used that ethanol he produced on the family farm back in the late 70s, early 80s, and fueled all the tractors, and the tractors on the farm all operated off the ethanol in the late 70s, early 80s. All produced right here on the farm. A legal quart-sized jar, the first legal quart-sized jar of ethanol came off this farm right here in the state of Iowa, and is currently sitting in a museum in Iowa on display, last I knew. I haven't been there to see it. I have an old magazine that was published back in March of 1981 that I took a picture of the front cover and posted it on a bunch of Farming Simulator group pages. And on the front page of that cover is a title of an article that's got my grandpa's name in it. Newall, welcome, my friend, to Grandpa's farm here on No Man's Land. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it, my friend. But my grandpa also had built a automated feeding system that fed the cows and the cattle bunkers. And that automated feeding system was built by a conveyor belt and old shovel buckets from an old grain elevator. Because old grain elevators used to have these little small shovel buckets, and that's what he used to build this automated feeding system by hand. And the automated feeding system went from ground level all the way to the tall roof of this tall white skinny building. And then it sloped back down towards the front side of the building, and then it went horizontal across the ground out to the cattle yard right here and fed the cattle. But my grandpa built all that. But anyway, away from Grandpa's farm, we go into what I also created here on No Man's Land. Is the farm still in the family? The farm is not in the family no more. My grandpa passed away when I was in, I remember, I think it was 7th or 8th grade, and I'm in my mid-40s now. And then this all would have been before that. So my grandpa passed away when I was in junior high, and it probably was, how many years before that? 10 years before that? Something like that, probably. It'd be back in the early 80s, late 70s. is when the farm was still in the family, and then I would have been, let's see, trying to think about this now. It had been in about 1990, 91 maybe is when the farm sold, maybe 92, something like that. Somewhere between the early 90s is when it probably sold. But anyway, because my grandpa got lung cancer, and yeah, just things went downhill pretty fast. It's a sad deal, but it's the way things go, you know. But we venture away from Grandpa's farm, and this game save was created actually for a shenanigans stream with Shanty Boys, the Shaming Man Games, and Bruce's Gaming. Because a lot of you probably had heard of some shenanigans posts on Facebook and different farming simulator group pages of shenanigans that the Shaming Man was putting out everywhere. And the Shanty Boys and Bruce's Gaming and RustyMoney Gaming and Farmer Cop were all a part of those shenanigans videos. But this game save was created for one of those live streams. Bruce's Gaming and myself did a live stream here on this game save, and then I added Grandpa's Farm to this game save. But right here we got the bakery sell point and the dairy sell point. Across from that, this is my resemblance of my supporters here on RustyMoney Gaming, the Shanty Boys. This is my resemblance of Silver Eagle's home farmyard there on Upper Lake Farm. But this is just a painted out kind of small little resemblance of how I wanted Upper Lake Farm to look like in the shenanigans stream with the Shanty Boys. Gotta go, work to be done, Rusty Kid. Alright, we'll see you, a farming trucker. As we leave Upper Lake Farm, then we transition into Matt's creation. Matt created a map on Farming Simulator called St. Croix Flowage. So this is my resemblance of some of St. Croix Flowage right here, if you've ever been on St. Croix Flowage forestry map in Farming Simulator. But as we travel across the water here in St. Croix Flowage, then we go into the dark forest. And the dark forest for Farming Simulator was created by Mr. T-Bone 39 of the Shanty Boys. And then as we exit the dark forest, then we go into the Sly Hill Homestead, which was a challenge that I streamed on No Man's Land on my YouTube channel. One of the first challenges I started after I created and shared my Facebook group Farming Simulator Challenges to Facebook. But this is kind of what the Sly Hill Homestead Challenge was looking like in the early stages of the Survival Challenge on No Man's Land. But this was Sly Hill Homestead here. Just a small resemblance of kind of what it was looking like. Gary Vetter, there is the creator of the Sly Hill Homestead Challenge. Right there in the chat, everyone. And then we venture away from there and we go into the Windmill sell point area. Alright, Gary, no problem. But this is the Windmill sell point area that I have here on this game save for Grandpa's Farm. And we got the Shaming Man Games is first homestead here on the his Creative Dream series there on Upper Lake Farms when he was starting it there. Old American Farm. Thank you for joining the stream, my friend. Long time no see. And then we venture across and we go to the industrial selling station area with the selling station mod that I have not updated yet with the barn that goes with it. But that is the selling station mod down there on the ground in the center there. I haven't updated the update yet. I'm not going to probably. But that is the industrial selling point right there. And then we got the garden center right here. Across from the garden center, we go across the Raccoon River, which flows through Calhoun County, Iowa, near my grandpa's farm. And we got Bruce's Diner right down here. Bruce's Diner is a part of the old shenanigans streams that we used to do, or created videos. And then we got Farmer Cop's fishing site with his relatives here, near the pond here by the Raccoon River. But this is where Farmer Cop was in our shenanigans streams, where Bruce and I got our intel from. And then we leave that area by the Raccoon River and we go down by just Missy B's slurry yard right here. Nothing fancy. And we got a sawmill location right here for Grandpa's farm. And then we go over here and we got a root crop selling station area right here. And then just an additional selling area of a small resemblance of a community back home in Calhoun County, Iowa, where I originally came from. So we got the barn sell point, the inn sell point, and the spinnery sell point all over here with a couple of houses. And then we just go back to Grandpa's farm. But that's what this whole map looks like. But this is the part that's special to my heart right here. This is what's really special to Rusty Money's heart right here, is what I recreated right here with mods from a mod hub. A resemblance of my grandpa's farm. So when my grandpa was suffering from lung cancer, he was telling stories to my grandma about his childhood. And actually, one of the things that I added extra to Grandpa's farm here was horses. When my grandpa grew up, he had 2 horses. And so actually, the front yard of my grandpa and grandma's farm place went like this. Stretched all the way down here at an angle, kind of. And this was all grass right here. So to honor my grandpa, I added in this horse pen right here. But the fence lines on the property actually were shaped just like this. This was fence lines behind the house and along the roadway. But that's what the fences actually were. But that's it in a nutshell, everyone, kind of. And then of course I added in the extra. Like the workshop and the fuel point and the water point and their multi-purpose purchase silo. I added those in, but the rest of it is got thank you, Old American Farm. Thank you, my friend. Yep. Thank you. Yep. So I've been trying to tell this, and I get sidetracked and keep doing map tours. But so when we were kids, having fun there on Grandpa's farm, the livestock, I don't know, some of the livestock must have loved us kids. And thank you, Germany G. Thank you. And we had a pig. There was a pig on my grandpa and grandma's farm that loved us kids. And my grandpa always got really mad because that pig would always find a way out of the pig pen. And that pig would follow us around Grandpa's farm. And Grandpa was always so scared that the pig was going to hurt us. He'll chase you guys. He'll chase you everywhere you go. Well, he never did. That pig never chased us. He just followed us. And the pig that always, it was one of these pigs right here. One of these right here had the several black spots on it. Was the pig, and us kids, us cousins, named that pig Arnold. Don't ask me why we named it Arnold, but it was Arnold the pig, and he chased us around the farm, and he would always get out. So on the south side of the tall white American barn that stood right here. So to better show you, the tall white barn stood right here at this end of this white cement. And at the corner of it, on the pig side of the barn, there was a hole right here. And it wasn't like a hole that the pig necessarily, any pig could have got out. It's just this pig had its own way of getting out that hole. None of the other pigs ever got out of that hole, just this one special pig did. And Grandpa always thought we let it out. We never let it out. It just saw us kids out in the yard, and every time it saw us kids out in the yard, it would come running. And it was fun. It's quite the memories of Arnold the pig. And we'd go in the house for supper or for lunch, and Grandma would always say to us, you know, Grandpa came into the house, and he was all shook up again. What'd you kids do? We didn't do nothing, Grandma. Did Arnold get out again? Yes, Grandma, Arnold got out. Did you let him out? No, we did not, Grandma. Oh, yeah. Those things you just don't ever forget, you know. So then, you know, when my brother and I moved away from Iowa, when my parents moved away from Iowa, they moved here to Nebraska to operate a 12-lane bowling alley where I currently live. And we don't own that bowling alley no more, but while we were gone then, two of my cousins later in life had the same experience, but it was with a sheep. There was one of the lambs that always got out of the sheep barn all the time and just followed my two cousins around. And it drove their dad nuts. It drove my Uncle Mark nuts. He always hated it, but nobody ever got hurt. We just was the weird thing. Nobody ever got hurt. Just we had this friendly pig and a friendly sheep. I mean, he'd literally, that pig would follow us anywhere we went on the farm. He never went on the road or nothing. Never was in fear of getting ran over. He just followed us wherever we went. But I appreciate everybody that's been watching Grandpa's Farm here, especially the new ones that have checked out Grandpa's Farm. Appreciate it. It's just a little bit of a let's play I have with everyone. So I eventually want to add my Grandpa's Farm from my mom's side of the family to hopefully the same game save, but I just haven't had time to do it. My grandpa on my mom's side of the family, my grandparents were all from the same county, lived near the same town. Thank you, Old American Farm. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, they lived all in the same county. But my grandpa on my mom's side of the family was also a truck driver. He owned a semi and hauled a lot of grain for fellow friends and fellow farmers that lived in the neighborhood. So besides farming, my grandpa drove truck. On my mom's side of the family, anyway. But welcome everyone to Grandpa's Farm here on No Man's Land. Thank you for stopping in and showing some support here to Rusty Money Gaming on YouTube. Hope everyone had a pretty good Thursday. I gotta work the weekend, so I go back to night shift again tomorrow and work the entire weekend. Not really looking forward to it, but we all gotta do something, I guess. Did your grandpa like Oliver tractors, or was he picky about tractors? From what I can remember, my grandpa was kind of picky. My grandpa was really a farmall guy. He really liked farmall tractors. Unfortunately, I can't really get farmall tractors on console. So I had to use some different mods to resemble. But this tractor here on Grandpa's farm, the old Massey 135, is actually resembling one of the farm-all tractors in my Let's Play here. And then later in life, my grandpa got a case white tractor and some other case tractors. So I bought this one for now to kind of resemble some of the case tractors that I can't get. And then this tractor here is actually resembling, this is the latest tractor we got on Grandpa's farm, the Massey Ferguson 390T. Because my grandpa had a bigger Massey Ferguson later in life. I don't remember what it was. I just know that he did from his story, because it doesn't say in his story that he had Grandma write what year tractor or anything it was. It just says that he got a Massey Ferguson. And then I'm missing the other one here. Where's it at? We're missing two. My grandpa started with a John Deere B too, so I took the Ursus 4x4 pack by Driver 300 and painted this green. And this is Grandpa's old John Deere B that he kind of first started farming with right here. But we're using the Ursus 4x4 tractor pack to resemble the John Deere B. And then I got one more. That's the one that did I sell it? I didn't sell it, did I? Oh no, it's right here. So, the old Massey Ferguson TEA20 Old American Farm. This is what's resembling my grandpa's Oliver Hart Par. My grandpa's first tractor he shared with his brother, and it was an old Oliver Hart Par that had the steel tires on the back axle. This was the best resemblance I could come up with on console to resemble a Oliver Hart Par. But that was Grandpa's very first tractor, was an old Oliver Hart Par. So I appreciate everybody that stopped in the stream. Hopefully that kind of helps, not so much answer your question, Old American Farm, but just show you what I got going on and what I chose to do here with the tractors so far. But the rest of the tractors, as I grow here on this Let's Play, are going to become Massey Ferguson and case tractors. There'll be no other John Deeres. There'll be no other John Deeres, and there'll be it'll be all case and Massey Ferguson as I step up. My grandpa on my mom's side of the family was a John Deere farmer, so that'll be all John Deere. It's sad that us console players have, yeah, right? Yep, I agree, American Farm, I do. I do. I agree with you. How long have you been going tonight? Hour and 33 minutes, Gary. Just an hour and 33 minutes. We really haven't gotten much done, Gary. We really haven't got much done. I've been talking and doing the whole map tour because I knew that there was a lot of people that hadn't seen Grandpa's farm yet, so been doing a lot of talking and showing people what Grandpa's farm looks like. John Deere has a lot of slots. Yep, I know. Yep. That's why I haven't put my grandpa Carl's farm on here yet, is because I'm not sure if I want to put it on the same game save or make a new one. Or maybe do Grandpa Carl's farm when FS22 comes out. This is Grandpa JR's farm right here. Which is the same name my son has. My littlest son is named after my grandpa. We are gonna get this field done here, I think. Hopefully before it gets too dark on me. I really need to get that Trex machine. Get that Trex machine and get rid of those trees on that rock behind us here. Which I can't remember. I should just look. I can't remember if I actually kept it. I might have kept it actually and just kept it up at the store to use. But I know I had one at one time. But we could use our tree harvester and just cut them down and go sell the wood too. Yeah, I don't got it anymore. Morning. Oh my goodness. We're heading off to work. Farm is looking really nice. So, did you see some of my farm tour then, Mr. Cultivator? Were you lurking? 'Cause I don't know if you've heard the story of Grandpa's farm. So, hopefully you were lurking and saw some of it. If I can find a good picture of a formal tractor, I'll draw one for you. I drew Mr. P Gaming at Oliver. Nice, old Mary. I just missed it. Well, how much time you got, Mr. Cultivator? I could go over it real fast if you want to see. We'll just start right now, my friend. Here's Grandpa's farm. Grandpa's farm was located in Calhoun County, Iowa. Calhoun County, Iowa is southwest of Webster County. Webster County is where Fort Dodge, Iowa is. So here is Grandpa's farm right here. This is what it looks like in real life. Similar to this anyway. And then we go away from there and we go to the bakery and the dairy. We go up here to Upper Lake Farm. And we go into St. Croix Flowage. Right through here. St. Croix Flowage, we go into the dark forest. And then from the dark forest, we exit out of the dark forest into the Sly Hill Homestead Challenge here on No Man's Land. And from there we go to the Windmill Sell Point right here. And from there we go to the selling station by the Industrial Power Station buildings right here. And the Garden Center. And then Bruce's Diner over here. And Farmer Cop's fishing site and camp area for my buddy Farmer Cop. And then we go down here to Missy B's slurry yard, the sawmill, and the root crop station. And then over here to just a small little city. Nothing real fancy. The biggest part that's special to my heart is Grandpa's farm right here. This creation of Grandpa's farm. But if you watch part of the stream, Mr. Cultivator, you'll hear me tell more about the placement of Grandpa's farm. But I know you got to get going, so. I appreciate it. I gave you a shout out in my episode on Almost a Farm, Mr. Cultivator, so you need to check out the latest episode on Almost a Farm, my friend. Unless somebody already told you. But you need to check out the latest episode on Almost a Farm that premiered earlier tonight. So welcome everyone to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. I love it, mate. Looks great. Love what you did with the rivers and bridges. Thank you, my friend. Yep, the river resembles Raccoon River back home in Calhoun County, Iowa. And in the state of Iowa, the river resembles the Raccoon River. Alright, sounds great, my friend. Yep. So everyone that hasn't maybe paid attention or didn't know what was going on, my Almost a Farm series on my playlist on my channel is a survival challenge, but it's more of a subscriber series. I've been doing shout outs on every episode of Almost a Farm, and then in the description below such episode is if you have any farming simulator content or other gaming content on your YouTube link, your name and your link to your channel are included in the description of that episode. And I don't know how many people have actually paid attention to that, but it's all there. Okay, now why don't you let me plant potatoes there, my friends? Plant me some potatoes there. There we go. So what's everybody been up to tonight besides watching Rusty Money here on Grandpa's farm on No Man's Land? Is anybody else playing Farming Simulator? Or building maps? Oh, I was in a great live stream the other night with Silver Eagle of the Shanty Boys. Had a great time. I was on my supper break and late night supper break and was in one of Silver Eagle's live streams while he was doing some edits on a new forestry map that he's gonna take to PC for Farming Simulator. You're gonna be able to use the helicopter on that map is gonna be your asset on that forestry map that Silver Eagle's trying to get finished. For those of you on PC. Alright, we almost got this field here done, I think. Just one more pass, maybe. 2 more passes. We'll have our tater field back planted. Then we can go somewhere where we can actually see. Those trees are really add a lot of dark right here. I'm getting ready for bed. I need to get up early. Yeah, Bruce, I'll be thinking of you, my friend. Been thinking of you ever since you told me. We'll be thinking of you. Alright, now we got that potato field, I believe, all planted. Let's run this baby. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. Now we got that done, we can put this back here. Put that right there. We'll move our harvester back over here. Yeah, I guess I should go over this. There's probably a couple of you that probably don't know what this is all about either. Oops. So this field back here is a small little potato field. And potatoes here on Rusty Money Gaming, here on Farming Simulator 19, are very intriguing to Rusty Money. Taters are very intriguing. So what I've done is the first harvest, the first seed to harvest of potatoes brought me 44,158 liters off that field right there. And what I used to plant the potatoes was that planter right there. And then I used the old John Deere, the old Lance John Deere harvester right there. Well, this time we're using this lizard planter and the same harvester. We're going to see if we get a difference in liters, but just messing around. We're not playing with seasons or precision farming, just messing around. Just want to see if there's any kind of difference. And the only reason I really am, people, is because I really have a lot of faith in this little planter and that little harvester. I think that little harvester will get you a lot more potatoes than the Grimmy Pack will. I gotta go back to work, mate. Keep safe over the weekend. Alright, Lethal Farmer, we'll see you later, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. So now, let's go put our bucket and stuff back on this tractor. See, what do we got here for time? Connect this all back up. And let's move this tractor back to the shed for now. Actually, we got crops over there, I know. Let's go in this tractor for a little ride here for a minute. We need to put new crop in that field, I know, over there. But what do we got going on out here? What's in this field? Sunflowers are growing in that field, okay. Should know more tomorrow. Let the experts figure it out. Well, I'll be thinking of you, Bruce. We got grass right here we can cut. Yeah, it's ready to harvest, but it's only got 50% fertilized. Still listening though. What? You had to go, but you're still listening? Is that what you mean, Lethal? I hope I didn't lose video. Am I still live with video, Bruce? I just don't want to get confused by what Lethal said there. What did I put in this field? We got sunflowers growing in that field too. Alright, so those two fields still have video. Okay, good. Alright, so we have all of our fields are seeded now. We can cut some grass the next in-game day. What's our pigs looking like? Pigs got a little manure right there, not a lot, but a little. Oh, okay. Yeah, just listening on phone. Sorry, around shit. Okay. So this cattle barn, everyone, I might change out just to also clean up my mod hub a little bit. But I'm going to put in a different cattle shed, I think. I use one of the base game map ones from Alien Gym for No Man's Land. Because I can't get some of this stuff cleaned up in front of this animal barn all the time. Some of it won't even pick up, so we're going to put a different one down. Hopefully I'll have room to put it down without any collision problems. But we're going to try and put a different one there. Okay. So let's go ahead and go put this in the shed. Well, everyone, you know, it's been a great stream. In about 9 minutes will be 2 hours, and it is kind of late. I suppose we could call it a day here. We didn't get a lot done, but I had a great time talking with everyone and showing everybody Grandpa's farm, which that's the part I like to do. So, I think that let's move this over to the sheds too. I think we're going to be wrapping up this live stream here on Grandpa's farm for the day. So I appreciate you all very much for stopping in the stream. So I'm probably not going to remember everybody, but thanks to Lethal Farmer, Bruce's Gaming, Old American Farm, Mr. Cultivator, Ronnie Johansson, Marty Cantrell, not Marty Cantrell, The Shaming Man, Matt, Mr. T-Bone, Brennan Gaming, Silver Eagle, Gary Vetter, thank you all for watching Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube. I apologize if I forget your name. If you're here, say your name. I'll shout you out. I apologize, my friends. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. Well, thank you all very much for watching Rusty Money Gaming here on Grandpa's farm on No Man's Land. Hope you all have a great one and have a great weekend, everyone. Love you all. Stay safe. Be safe. Hug those loved ones. Life is short, my friends. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one.